Hello and welcome to the session. I'm Akshay Kumar from School of Computer and Information Sciences, IGNOU, and I'll be discussing with you ICT and its importance in this particular session. ICT, the word is it's an acronym for three basic terms: the information, the communication, and the technology. ICT covers any product that will store, retrieve, manipulate, transmit, or receive information electronically in a digital form. For example, personal computers, digital television, email, and even robots. The terms look very simple, aren't they? Right? But the meaning and the advantage of ICT is tremendous. So let us discuss each one of these terms in more details. Now, if I have to deal with information, what are the different ways I can deal with information? The very first thing which we would like to see is traditional computer-based technologies through which we would like to deal with information. And the very first application which comes to us is standard office applications by which we deal with information. First of them is the word processing system. Now, word processing is one of the most interesting kind of aspect with which the personal computer became somewhat popular. Not only word processing, but there was spreadsheets also which made this basic computer, the personal computer, popular. Now, word processing, we have several aspects. Those aspects are primarily, I can create electronic letters, I can edit those letters easily, I can reuse those letters, right, in different situations. But that is not sufficient, right? So word processor provided me with grammatical checks, spelling checks, those kinds of features. So they started to make my life simpler. So ICT now started becoming more useful in my life. All right. So word processor became easier to use, but it did not help even to that extent. So today's word processor, now they provide us much more kinds of support. And those supports are in the form of many of you might have to send similar letter to several organizations. Suppose a student wants to send thank you letter to its teachers, multiple teachers, right? So one letter is created, okay? And the name of the teacher, the address of the teacher, all those things will change, right? So using the mail merge kind of feature of word processor, you can use this feature when you can send the similar letter to many people at a stretch. That is the strength of word processor of today, right? You can create table of contents very easily. You can create glossaries and indexes, okay? Suppose more than one people suppose you have to create a text together, okay, jointly, collaboratively. So there are ways by which you can jointly edit a particular using a word processor, okay. So the collaborative way, somebody makes the change, other person can see it, okay. So that is the kind of technology ICT has moved on. So standard office applications, word processing may be the only one of these applications. Then came the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet lets us analyze a lot of information, provided we fill in the information correctly and we use formulas. One of the major problems which we have seen, which is conducted, especially in the use of Excel, is that we just keeps on entering data and data and data. We forget to enter formulas. And if you are not entering the formula for some, for example, you have created a typical spreadsheet of finding like monthly sales report, right? So monthly sale of 5 items has been put. And towards the end, instead of putting a formula for sum, you just sum that particular information and put it over there. That is a misuse of this kind of a product. All right. So the idea here is that you use formulas as far as possible, and then you draw graphs on the top of it, right? Graphs and tables and different kinds of information, which can be useful for the senior managers or maybe the operational managers, which can easily see that particular information to get some context out of it, some decision out of it, which may be useful for him. So Excel is another information-oriented product. Databases. Now, databases are many databases. You must have heard about the relational databases, and today you might have heard about the terms like NoSQL kind of databases, MongoDB, Neo4j. The older databases can be Oracle, SQL Server, DB2 by Oracle, Sybase, right? Then MS Access even. So you have lots of database technologies. What these databases technically do? They are providing a storage of information and allow you to manipulate that data as well as query that data as per the need. For example, suppose I'm maintaining a database for students, right? And maintaining the records of the students in the form of the results of the students, the fee paid by the students. Then by making a single query, I can come to know how many students have paid the fee for the next semester and how many students have not paid the fee. Then I can also ascertain by using another query that how many of those have actually passed the course and how many of those could not pass that particular course. So lot many information. Using a structured query language, you can draw a lot of information from a database system. And database systems have become, in fact, they have become most popular as far as the organizations are concerned. In fact, they are ubiquitous. They are available everywhere. Everywhere in the sense you are dealing with web, somewhere at the behind database is running. You are dealing with any e-commerce website, somewhere behind that website a database is running. So database is everywhere. You are banking, the database is there, right? You are going to you are taking admissions, database is at the back end. So everywhere you go, your life actually, the steps of your life are primarily the data. Wherever data is being stored, are being stored in the database management system. Then another kind of information oriented traditional tool happens to be the PowerPoint kind of a situation, which is presentation software. PowerPoint is a Microsoft product, so it need not use Microsoft product in that particular sense. You can use any other product which is doing the same purpose. So we call them presentation software. So presentation software where you can create your presentations, how to present, you can create slides, you can create graphs, you can create organizational charts, right? You can create simple animations so that your presentation looks good. But the most important of all, the information which you provide over there is the most important, whether it is the word processing, whether it is presentation software, or your that is your spreadsheet. The information, if it is accurate, correct, then only you are going to get the right or the effective presentation made. I mean, visually they may be appealing, but effective they will be if the information is good and correct. Then there are desktop publishing software these days. As far as information providing is concerned, you produce beautiful brochures and all those things which you can create with the help of desktop publishing software. Some of them can be Adobe, Quark Express, then or publishers, and there are multiple products. I think you just give a query about the products and you will find many publishing software which are available. Some of them are very good, some of them better, some of them are free, some of them are expensive. So like that, as per your need, you can find that particular thing. Desktop publishing is another important area, right? So this is what desktop publishing. Then come the important graphic software, right? So Photoshop, illustration, then Flash, like many, then Corel. All these softwares can be utilized for creating, that is graphics. They can create, they can be helpful in creating good graphics, which can be like, the graphics communicate a lot of information, right? It's better than many thousand words. So graphics are designed by many software. So a lot of information, traditional products are available as far as information creation is concerned, and it is a very, very important area as far as information is concerned. But these are all traditional areas or traditional fields which are there, and we utilize them, right? If you are not using them, then start using them. Then there are specialized applications also as far as information is concerned. Some of these specialized information can be in the form of accounting packages, right? So there are multiple packages like Tally, Oracle. Okay, then these products can be used in creating that is accounting statements, the products which you have purchased, the ledger of it, and all those kinds of information can be kept with the help of these accounting software. Okay, then we have computer aided design software, which basically can be utilized for producing a lot of graphical the designing, right? So CAD used to be, this is something very, very popular with the design people who produce beautiful design using computer aided design oriented softwares. Okay, then we have customer relationship management, where different customers who are with you. Okay, so what are their different needs, and from time to time, what kind of questions those customers have raised, what kind of marketing surveys you have done with those customers, right? So and what kind of support which these customers need from at different point of time. So all these information can be fetched with the help of customer relationship management. So this is in general what we have to say as far as the information part of ICT is concerned. So information is a very important domain, and without information, nothing is going to happen as far as ICT is concerned, right? So these are some of the basic traditional tools which can be used for information generation. All right, but do we have something for C, that is the communication in ICT? Well, communication revolves around the networks. And the traditional network, if we say, then there were two basic traditional technologies which we have. One is the local area network, and one is the wide area network. The local area networks were primarily for created within a short distances, within a small organizations. All right. So within the small organization, and the purpose was information sharing. Okay, so people used to share information with the help of these smaller local area network. They used to pass messages to each other. They used to share resources like printers. So if you are onto a local area network, then probably the same printer can be utilized by many people, same scanner can be utilized by many people, right? So that kind of thing was done with the help of, obviously, the backbone of any network is going to be, once again, the digital computer. So within the digital computer, the connected computer, right, forms the local area network. These computers then are connected through wires, right? And these wires, there are different kinds of technologies as far as wires are concerned. You might be learning about them at various places, but these technologies can be like optical fiber, then the coaxial cables, and that is these some of these technologies which you can utilize as far as LANs are concerned. Coaxial cable, these are may not be that much useful these days, but we are moving to the optical fibers oriented solutions. Okay, now from moving on to, these are some of the internal networks. Now within these internal networks, uh, what are other things which we can do in addition to file sharing? Probably these days we can even plan a small meeting sitting at its own workplace. We can even share information in that particular form. The small meetings can be that you don't have to move from one room to another. You can sit in your room and still can be into a particular meeting. Then there are external networks. So an organization today is not a single organization where it has just one office. It is located at many different places these days. Organizations are not only different places in different countries, right? So if you have those kinds of organizations, then you require a wide area network, right? Wide area network is basically connected through the satellite oriented technologies as well as cables also these days. Like even the cables exist underneath the ocean. So sub-ocean cables are also there, which are basically connecting various continents these days. So you have different kinds of technology which is making the wide area network possible. But what are the uses of all these kinds of technologies? Well, the connection of all these networks culminated into a network called internet, which was network of networks. And we are using internet to a great extent. And one of the application of internet, that is World Wide Web, we are using so meticulously that we call it internet these days, right? So we put a lot of information, and that information is being communicated across the world, right? Across the world, that information is available, and we can fetch that particular information with the help of something called hypertext, right? And that's how the internet era started somewhere in 1980s and 1990s. And now we have become so accustomed to it that our life has become, very, very different these days, right? So let us look into ICT, the technology, in a broader context, right? Today, how we deal with ICT in present context. So if I want to describe ICT in today's context, what we are doing today, let's begin our lifestyle. Okay, so what we have to do today, we might like to, our daily chores, like daily chores maybe, we would like to do some of the basic activities, cooking, etc., right? Then for those things, today we can order product online. Our life has changed. Earlier we used to go to the market and buy those products. But today, if we want, we can buy things online, right? This is what it has changed us a little bit, okay? What about our studies? When we go to our studies today, a lot of information is available onto the World Wide Web. And we download a lot of information from the web. So if I want to study, I go to World Wide Web and get a lot of information. But I cannot replace textbooks from it. Okay, I have to deal with the textbooks. So I order textbooks online, they reach me, right? The logistic parts are still there, okay? But this is how it is. Many things I want to buy by visiting the stores, but that is good. Like, it's not bad that you go to a particular physical shop and buy products from there. But there is an alternate today which is available. Okay. Then we have created virtual communities today. Okay. So you are part of your friends group. You can communicate with your friends, your school level friends, your college level friends. So there are groups available with whom you are communicating, right? Your support level people who are helping you out, you can reach to them with the help of ICT. So there are communities through which you are able to communicate with everyone. All right. Then moving on, your offices. Many offices these days allow work from home. All right. So you are able to work from home. How and why? Because you are having ICT oriented tools available at your home. The network, that is the internet connectivity, as well as your computer, your laptop. At home, you are having that, and you are able to work from home. You are able to connect to your customers, you are able to connect to your suppliers, you are able to connect to your teachers, you are able to connect to anybody whom you want to connect. So that is one of the biggest asset which you have got today, right? So what else I can do with this? Is it just that particular part? No. Now the world is changing very, very fast these days. So what I can do with this ICT technology today? Today, ICT technology is helping us in conducting meetings. Online meetings are being conducted with the help of teleconferencing, okay, where everybody has opportunity to present the information. Okay, so there are many plus points, right? So starting from what we could not do with the help of, I mean, in a typical situation, now with the help of ICT, we can perform, we can do those things in our day-to-day life. Okay, so we as a person now are becoming a sort of virtual person. That may not be good or that may not be bad either, but part virtual and part physical. I think that should be one of the trade-off which you should be thinking about, right? Because both the things are important. Today, it is important that you know how to deal with ICT because it facilitates you in all aspects of life. Okay, with whether it is any aspect of your life which may be relating to information. You can even buy products like software. You can buy computers. You can buy so many different things directly from internet these days. So all these things are made possible because of ICT. And we gradually are becoming virtual entities. And these virtual entities, but have to be communicating with all other virtual entities in some sense. But we are humans. We are not robots. So you have to draw a line to the extent that where exactly you would like to pitch yourself as far as becoming the virtual entity is concerned, right? We are good in making relations. We are good in communicating with other people. We enjoy the company of other humans, right? Our spiritual feelings get reflected when we are dealing with other people. So with ICT, this may happen, but with physical personality, that is also equally important as far as you are concerned, right? So these are some of the things which I wanted to share with you about the ICT. So let me summarize this particular session in a nutshell. That is, information and communication technology is very useful, especially when it comes to the three components separately. That is information. We have many tools available for us which can be utilized for producing lot of information for day-to-day activity, making decisions, all that. Communication, right, we can utilize lots of technologies like smartphones, we can utilize the internet-based communication technologies and so on and so forth. So communication, it has made our life very, very easy. Technology is available on all aspects of it. But we are human beings, right? So we should be the user, we should be forming a virtual entity of ourselves, but without compromising on our physical entity, who we are, right? Thank you so much. Bye for today.